Good Monday afternoon and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Monday Market Outlook here at TOPGUN Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and I'm the founder and CEO here at TGO. Man, look at this. Look at this rip your face off rally to start June. And, essentially since the beginning of May, we've just had liftoff and haven't looked back yet. Who got that right? This guy. What did I tell you towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year? Okay, not just my members and some of my, market intel briefs or my sit reps. I said what? I predicted a June turnaround. I said mid-year through 2023, the market's going to turn. Beginning of the year is going to suck. Halfway through the year, we're going to turn. Boom. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it, folks. You can see how we nail stuff here and potentially profit on the intel that I put out. This Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, that's June 15th at 1 p.m., I'm going to give a brief on our two investment clubs, the Max Afterburner or Lifetime group, and the other group called the Hunters. All you need to do to register is head to go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. Absolutely free brief where I'm going to show you our two investment clubs, man. The Max Afterburner group here, 240 members. This group is, and I been doing this for over 3 decades, folks. This is the best hedge fund I've ever seen. Why? Everybody in this group trades their own money. They ain't trading the firm's money. We don't pool our money. Everybody, this is what's called a self-directed investment club under the SEC regulations, right? Self-directed investment club means we all kind of hang out, we share intel, we talk about our stuff, but we are single-seat fighter pilots. We are single-seat traders. We sign for the jet on our own, and we make our own investment decisions, folks. But these folks, man, I get great ideas and trades in here. And also the Hunters over here. Usually we have, on a daily basis, about 40, 50 people hanging out in the Hunters. A lot of Hunters recently made the jump over here into the Lifetime group and haven't looked back. We're having an absolutely great time with these two groups. Like I said, join me on Thursday at 1 o'clock, go.topgunoptions.com/hunters, because we have a lot to cover this week. Is this rally going to continue? By the way, this rally is being held up by what? About 7 names, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And look at this. ETF flows start to sputter as investors do what? Start getting a little bearish, starting to get a little defensive, ladies and gentlemen. There's also a $1 trillion debt deluge that's coming over the next couple months, right? That, now that we have the debt ceiling thing behind us, the Treasury is going to flood the market with a bunch of paper that's not worth the paper it's printed on. I get it. We can all laugh about that together or cry. But, folks, this is going to threaten the rally as well. And only these, folks, there's only 7 names powering this. In the S&P 500, folks, 493 names are like negative for the year. 7 names are powering it higher, and it's tech. Every time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive tech rally like this, what happens? Say it with me. A tech wreck. Folks, the S&P is just not going to keep going straight up. That does not happen. Okay, the last time this happened, let's go look at SPX over here. It was Fed-induced, right? It was at the bottom of the COVID crash. Shameless plug. Or not shameless, it's the truth. I wrote a book about it, right? Right here, boom. I did outsider trading. I told everybody what I knew. This thing was coming to the U.S. and the market's going to implode. I said, get out, get bearish on the S&P 500, get long volatility. And we made millionaires at TOPGUN Options. Little old ladies, literally, in tennis shoes became millionaires. This wasn't hard, folks, right? What happened the whole way down? The smart money, LOL, legendary investors told you what? Oh, this is the bottom. Oh, I'd buy here. This is definitely the bottom. I'd buy here. Donald Trump, president. Stocks are looking good here. Believe me, never look better. Ask anyone. Next day, the market went down like 3,000 points. Nice call, Donald. He deleted that tweet, and I have a screenshot of it. Anyway, I pounded this thing into the dirt, and then what did we do down here? It was, what was it, March? End of March. A weekless jobless claims number came. I'll never forget this. 6 million. 6 million jobless claims. I was getting ready to hit enter on the most bearish trade on my life. And then what happened? Jerome Powell jumped in with the Fed and dropped the biggest financial nuclear weapon known to man. And that happened. And we never looked back. We got bullish. as the market exploded. I remember all the idiots that got the smart money, legendary investors that got it wrong going down, missed this turn, didn't they? Jeffrey Gunlock manages Double Line Capital. The end of April that year said what? We're going to retest the March lows. I'm like, dude, are you an idiot? He was wrong. We were right. So, folks, we have a blast trading this market. We are the smart money, folks. This is the smart money. I've been there, folks. I've been in the corner office of a multi-billion-dollar Wall Street volatility arbitrage firm. I was the managing director of strategy for a massive company, folks. And trust me, in a four-block radius of the CBOE, the Chicago Board of Option Exchange, and the CBOT, Chicago Board of Trade, I hung out with these people. I partied with these people. They ain't that smart. And most of them don't trade their own money. They either trade the firm's money or somebody else's money. That ain't hard, is it? I remember firing a guy one day. Well, the HR director fired him, but for some reason, the little old lady had me in the office every time she was getting rid of a trader, right? Interesting, but I had to walk the dude out. I had drinks with the guy. The guy was a good dude, friend of mine type of thing. I'm like, dude, what were you thinking? He traded a biotech stock. Weren't allowed to trade biotech stocks. He got around our risk management systems. Separate story. Wiz, dude, the whatever drug, Immunogen, passed phase 1. It passed phase 2. I had a buddy inside, no way in hell it's not going to pass phase 3. Didn't pass phase 3 and the stock went down. He lost $4 million in an hour, or I mean in an instant. You know what happened? Walking him out, he goes, it wasn't my money, Wiz. And he just said it with a laugh. And guess what? He started a couple weeks later down the street at a competing firm. So, folks, these people in these two investment clubs trade their own money. So their give a shit meter is a lot more than, quote unquote, the smart money or the pros. When you ain't putting your real capital at risk, you can take a lot of chances, and it's comical at best. Okay. So again, Thursday, join me at 1 p.m. Eastern. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters, and I'm going to brief you on these investment clubs and see if you can join the team. This week is going to be huge. Tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning at 8:30, we get CPI. This is a Fed inflation indicator, folks. Now, look at this. And look at this, folks. Not to get too political. Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Oh, geez, it's the Putin inflation or price hike. It's COVID. It's what else did it say? Supply chain. It was everything but their policies, right? This has nothing to do with the Fed absolutely printing money out of thin air, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the Fed, the Democrats doing the Inflation Reduction Act, which actually causes inflation, and all that stimulus that wasn't needed. Whatever. Here's what I'm getting at. We get a key Fed inflation indicator tomorrow morning. The same day as what? They're in a Fed meeting. Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, we get the Fed funds rate. Think it's going to remain unchanged. Okay, I think we're going to stay at 5.25. Everybody and my mother thinks what? We're going to pause. And I said this, folks. November, December, and January of this year, and last year and this year, I said what? The Fed's going to pause mid-year. I nailed this. Absolutely nailed it, folks. Just ask me, right? But here's the bigger deal. At 2:30, after this comes out, you're going to get a press conference with Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell, folks, he already knows what this inflation number is going to be tomorrow morning, and he pretty much knows what he's going to say on Wednesday. I think you're going to get a Jerome Powell that says, hey, things are, kind of coming down, but inflation's still sticky. We're going to take a little bit of a break, but we're going to keep raising. That could be the death of this rip your face off rally. Not necessarily the death, but at least a pause. Okay? So very, very big week this week with the Fed. And this might be a buy the rumor, sell the news. This kind of rip your face off rally going into this critical Fed meeting is a little much. It's a Wall Streetism or a Wizism. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And we might have a sell the news moment this week. I'm glad I sat on my hands, though, because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sit on my hands the rest of today. The only trade I did was put on a long-term bullish trade on Amazon, a new synthetic stock for our new solo Amazon members. And then the rest of the day, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and watch, right? When something's on a tear, either join it or get out of the way. So I got out of the way today, and I'm going to sit here and eat some popcorn and wait for the inflation numbers tomorrow morning and then the Fed on Wednesday. And then it's going to be off to the races. But again, as an options trader, we can potentially profit in any market condition, up, down, or sideways. And this ain't hard, folks. I'm going to teach you how to trade options. If I can train a Marine who can't even spell the word options and turn them into a steely-eyed options trader, you can do it, okay? Join me at 1 p.m. Eastern, June 15th. That's this Thursday for a free brief. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. Wiz, I'm working at 1 p.m. on Thursday. 85% of current Top Gun Options members work. Everything is recorded, and I will get you access to the replay, but you have got to register, okay? All right, I got to get going. Let's go Heat, and my God, hopefully my Panthers pull it out tomorrow night in Vegas. They were down 3-1 to Boston in the first round, folks, and we clawed back, but I don't know, man. Vegas is a pretty deep team, and the Heat ain't looking so hot. But anyway, we got Messi now, right? South Florida sports is on fire this year, man. The Panthers in the Stanley Cup, the Heat's in the NBA Finals, and then we got Messi. I mean, who didn't think that dude? You want to play in Saudi Arabia? Wasn't he going to Saudi Arabia? Dude, your wife can't even go to the mall by herself. Why? Let's see, Saudi Arabia or Miami? So, all right, folks, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi. I'll talk to you guys later.